Okay, let's start with the AWS certification questions. The first one, a company wants to resize its Amazon EC2 instances. Which configuration change will meet this requirement with the least operational overhead? So basically what does it want to do? It wants to resize its Amazon EC2 instances. So which configuration is the least operational overhead? The answer is change the size and type of the EC2 instances based on the utilization. So basically based on the utilization, just change the size and type. It all depends upon the utilization. So based upon the utilization, just change the size and type of the EC2 instances. So basically this is the most accurate way to right size, right? So easy way to understand is, imagine you have some toys like building blocks that are too big or too small. If you want to make sure the toys are just the right size for what you are building, but you also want to do it in a way that does not take too much or effort, so which is the one? So change your toys to the one that are right size for what you're building. Okay, so again the answer is change the size and type of the EC2 instances based on the utilization. Next question, a company plans to host its data warehouse application on the AWS. The company has a machine learning model and wants to use that model within its data warehouse for data forecasting. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? So the question is, it wants to host its data warehouse application and it is using also a machine learning model. So for forecasting, so which AWS service is good for this one? The answer is Amazon Redshift ML. Amazon Redshift ML. So Amazon Redshift ML is good for the data warehouse application for the data forecasting using the machine learning. So the explanation is, Redshift is a fully managed data warehouse service, right? Okay, next, which option is a pillar of the AWS well architected framework? The answer is cost optimization. So which option is a pillar? The answer is well architecture framework is, the answer is cost optimization. Again, let's revise. The company wants to right size its Amazon EC2, which is the least operational overhead. The answer is change the size and type of the EC2 instances based on the utilization. The next one is, a company plans to host its data warehouse and it also uses the machine learning for data forecasting. The answer is Amazon Redshift ML, machine learning. Next, which option is the pillar of the Amazon AWS well architected framework? The answer is cost optimization. Also, there are a few more pillars like operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, and cost optimization. But we don't have the first four, so that is the only reason why we have the cost optimization, and that's why we have chosen that, the cost optimization. But if you want to remember, you can also remember all these 6 pillars. Okay, next question. Which of the following is a customer responsibility according to AWS? Shared responsibility. So we have customer responsibility and we have Amazon or AWS responsibility. But which is the customer responsibility? The answer is implement multi-factor authentication, MFA, for IAM user accounts. So for our own user accounts, the IAM, we have to be responsible to implement the multi-factor authentication, right? So let's say what is the explanation is, this means both AWS and customers share the responsibility of this one, the shared responsibility, whereas multi-factor authentication is purely our responsibility. The next question, a company wants to migrate its application to the AWS cloud. The company plans to identify and prioritize any business transformation opportunities and evaluate its AWS cloud readiness. Which AWS service or tool should the company use to meet these requirements? So it is planning to migrate this application. So which AWS service it should use? The answer is Amazon Cloud Adoption Framework. Amazon Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CAF, Cloud Adoption Framework, because it wants to migrate this application. CAF, Cloud Adoption Framework. The explanation is the Amazon Cloud Adoption Framework is specifically designed to help companies plan their cloud migration. Okay, next question. Okay, which AWS service provides a relational database management system that is fully compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL? Which Amazon AWS service is fully compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL? The answer is Amazon Aurora. Amazon Aurora. The explanation is Amazon Aurora is a relational database management system, RDBMS, that is fully compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL. Okay, now again revision. The first one is a company wants to right size its Amazon EC2 instances. So which is the least operational overhead? Change the size and type of the EC2 instances based on the utilization. Next, a company plans to host its data warehouse and it also uses the machine learning for the data forecasting. Which is the best option? Amazon Redshift ML. Next, which option is the pillar of the well-architected framework? The answer is cost optimization. The pillar, cost optimization. Next, which of the following is a customer responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? The answer is implement multi-factor authentication for IAM user accounts. Next, a company wants to migrate its application to AWS Cloud. So which is the best one? Amazon AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. Next, which AWS service provides a relational database management system that is fully compatible with MySQL and PostgreSQL? The answer is Amazon Aurora. Next, which AWS service is always available free charge to users? Always available free of the charge on top. Okay, so the answer is AWS IAM, that is Identity and Access Management. AWS Identity and Access Management is always available for free of charge. The explanation is IAM is a free service provided by AWS that allows you to manage access to AWS resource securely. Okay, next, a company is launching a critical business application in an AWS region. How can the company increase resilience for this application? So critical business application in AWS region, how can it increase the resilience? The answer is deploy the application by using multiple availability zone. Multiple availability zone, then it can increase its resilience. Let's see the explanation. Multiple availability zones are isolated locations within an AWS region. Deploying your application across multiple availability zones ensures high resilience, because if one availability zone fails, your application can continue running in other availability zones. Okay, next question. A web developer wants to use machine learning to classify images that are uploaded to a website. Which AWS service or feature will meet these requirements? Amazon Recognition. Amazon Recognition. So which AWS service it can use for the machine learning to identify? Amazon Recognition. Next, which options are AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS CAF perspective? The answer is security and business. Security and business. The explanation is Cloud Adoption Framework is designed to help organization transition to the cloud by focusing each person. Security is a CAF perspective focused on keeping the system safe. Business is another CAF perspective that ensures cloud adoption support business goal. Again, let's revise. Which option for the AWS CAF perspective? Security and business. Next, a web developer wants to use machine learning to identify the images. The answer is Amazon Recognition. A company is launching a critical business application for to increase the resilience. What is the option? The correct answer, by deploying the application by using multiple availability zones. Next, which AWS service is always available free of charge? The answer is AWS IAM. The next is, which AWS service provides a relational database management system that is fully compatible with MySQL and PostSQL? The answer is Amazon Aurora. Next, a company wants to migrate its application to the AWS cloud. Which is the best one? Amazon Cloud Adoption Framework. Which of the following is customer responsibility? Implement multiple factor authentication for IAM user accounts. Which option is a pillar of AWS well-architected framework? Cost optimization. A company plans to host its data warehousing. Which option? Amazon Redshift ML. The last question is, a company wants to right size its EC2 instance. Which is the best one? Change the size and type of the EC2 instances based on utilization. Sure, thanks.